I'm the son of a third-generation farmer. I've been married 10 years to the farmer's daughter. I'm a God-fearing, hard-working combine driver, hogging up the road on my plower, chugga-lugga-lugging 5 miles an hour on my international harvester. 3 miles of cars laying on their horns, falling on deaf ears of corn, lined up behind me like a big parade of late to work, road rage jerks, shouting obscene words, flipping me the bird. Well, you may be on the state paved road, but that blacktop runs through my payload. Excuse me for trying to do my job, but this year ain't been no bumper crop. If you don't like the way I'm driving, get back on the interstate. Otherwise, sit tight and be nice and quit your honking at me that way. 'Cause I'm the son of a third-generation farmer. I've been married 10 years to the farmer's daughter. I got 2 boys in the county 4-H. I'm a lifetime sponsor of the FFA. Hey, that's what I make. I make a lot of hay for a little pay. But I'm proud to say I'm a God-fearing, hard-working combine driver, hogging up the road on my flower, chugging-lugga-lugging 5 miles an hour on my international harvester. Well, I know you got your own deadline, but cussing at me won't save you no time, hoss. This big wheel wide load ain't going any faster, so just smile and wave and tip your hat to the man up on the tractor. 'Cause I'm the son of a third-generation farmer. I've been married 10 years to the farmer's daughter. I got 2 boys in the county 4-H. I'm a lifetime sponsor of the FFA. Hey, that's what I make. I make a lot of hay for a little pay. But I'm proud to say I'm a God-fearing, hard-working combine driver, hogging up the road on my flower, chugging-lugga-lugging 5 miles an hour on my international harvester. I'm the son of a third-generation farmer. I've been married 10 years to the farmer's daughter. I'm a God-fearing, hard-working combine driver, hogging up the road on my flower, chugga-lugga-lugging 5 miles an hour on my international harvester. 3 miles of cars laying on their horns, road on my water. I'm a God-fearing, hard-working combine driver, hogging up the road on my flower, chugga-lugga-lugging 5 miles an hour on my international harvester. Farmer. I've been married 10 years to the farmer's daughter. I'm a God-fearing, hard-working combine driver, hogging up the road on my flower, chugga-lugga-lugging 5 miles an hour on my international harvester. 3 miles of cars laying on their horns, falling on deaf ears of corn. Combine driver, hogging up the road on my flower, chugga-lugga-lugging 5 miles an hour on my international harvester. 3 miles of cars laying on their home.
Wow.
Yeah, we're prepping for Bravo-tacular at Car Bravo.
It's gonna be big.
I'm the son of a third-generation farmer. I've been married 10 years to the farmer's daughter. I'm a God-fearing, hard-working combine driver, hogging up the road on my plower, chugga-lugga-lugging 5 miles an hour on my international harvester. I'm a God-fearing, hard-working combine driver, hogging up the road on my plower, chugga-lugga-lugging 5 miles an hour on my international harvester. 3 miles of cars laying on their horns, falling on deaf ears of corn, lined up behind me like a big parade. Late to work, road rage jerk, shouting obscene words, flipping me the bird. Well, you may be on the state paved road, but that blacktop runs through my payload. Excuse me for trying to do my job, but this year ain't been no bumper crop. If you don't like the way I'm driving, get back on the interstate. Otherwise, sit tight and be nice and quit your honking at me that way. 'Cause I'm the son of a third-generation farmer. I've been married 10 years to the farmer's daughter. I got 2 boys in the county 4-H. I'm a lifetime sponsor of the FFA. Hey! That's what I make. I make a lot of hay for a little pay. But I'm proud to say I'm a God-fearing, hard-working combine driver, hogging up the road on my flower, chugging-lugga-lugging 5 miles an hour on my international harvester. Well, I know you got your own deadline, but cussing me won't save you no time, hoss. This big wheel wide load ain't going any faster, so just smile and wave and tip your hat to the man up on the tractor. 'Cause I'm the son of a third-generation farmer. I've been married 10 years to the farmer's daughter. I got 2 boys in the county 4-H. I'm a lifetime sponsor of the FFA. Hey! That's what I make. I make a lot of hay for a little pay. But I'm proud to say I'm a God-fearing, hard-working combine driver, hogging up the road on my flower, chugging-lugga-lugging 5 miles an hour on my international harvester. I'm a God-fearing, hard-working combine driver, hogging up the road on my flower, chugging-lugga-lugging 5 miles an hour.
Can we get some music up in here, my old buddy Craig? Thank you. Welcome everybody to a Sunday edition of Old Craig Morgan. How about that,
I'm the son of a third-generation farmer. I've been married 10 years to the farmer's daughter. I'm a God-fearing, hard-working combine driver, hogging up the road on my plower, chugga-lugga-lugging 5 miles an hour on my international harvester.
Oh yeah, brother. How's everybody's eating to going? This is Caden the Diesel Freak. Yes, you heard it is Caden the Diesel Freak. The Hellraised Mountain Dew drinking, tough SOB. The most hated Ohio State fan on this network. I am out here just hanging out, having a good time. And you know what? I came to hang out with you guys tonight. And I'm going to be going live for a while, so be sure to stay tuned for that. And if you are new to my show, I am Caden the Diesel Freak. The Hellraised Mountain Dew drinking, toughest Ohio State fan on this daggone planet. And I'm having to change up the color because it's nice. It's red. And my hat's red too. International red to be specific. Now don't be giving me crap. I like a little international. And I got family with international. But how are we doing tonight, folks? I'm curious about how we're doing tonight. I'm just over here hanging out, drinking a Mountain Dew, and I can't show my face obviously on my camera here. My computer camera's acting up again. But I just figured I'd come on here. I got a special guest coming on later on in a little bit. So you guys will have an awesome treat. But please, let me remind the folks to please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Be sure to follow me here on YouTube and be sure to follow me on Twitter. That's at Hollywood Caden, the final boss. I've posted the YouTube link there so you guys can check out the live stream tonight. Quick couple of announcements. I got some big things coming up, including my CDL class next week. So hopefully I'm going to get that stuff situated. And Harvest 2025, I cannot believe it's been, 10 years since I've been harvesting crops. 10 years of harvesting crops. God dang, it's been a while. Been a hot minute. And this will be my 19th harvest. My 19th harvest. I still can't believe I've been standing in boots for a while for that. Gosh dang. First it was mud boots, then cowboy boots, and then my work boots. Holy cow. I just have my rain boots on. I had a hard time in the summertime trying to slip them things on and off when I get to my grandpa's house, my papa's house. But I'll tell you them stories another day, folks. That's a whole nother story I'm going to tell y'all another day. But, gosh dang, it's been a while. I can't believe it myself. It is my 19th harvest. Oh, man. Time flies when you're having fun. You're working on tractors and you're just having a good time. But I still go help. But let me be clear, folks. I do help my friends that own John Deere equipment. I don't give them crap. I got a buddy who's got John Deere and International tractors in the same place that he uses. So I'm not going to complain about that. It's just tonight. I'm just hanging out, wanting to hang out with you guys tonight. No, I'm going to be going for about an hour or so. So it'll be around 10 o'clock before that ends. This ends. That's nice. But yeah, I have a special guest coming on later tonight, so please make them feel welcome. This is a guest I talked about on the OHL podcast. This specific guest I was supposed to be meeting up with this past Friday, but plans happened, and I met this guy at SneakerCon, and he recognized me from roasting Johnny Olden and John DeMoe. He had a buddy who's a Michigan fan who recognized my voice from let me pull that video up here. I called Matthew Miller out, the Texas Longhorn fan. Let me pull that up. I'm gonna pull that video up for you boys so you guys can see what I mean. It was on an episode of the Michigan Calling Show. I told that little fella to a little piece of my mind. Let me see where I can find that show. I know that thing's in here somewhere. I can't remember whether it was. No, not that one. What was it? I can't find it. I'll have to find it here, but give me one moment here, folks. I was on the hammer. Unfortunately, I can't find it. I can't find that dang episode of that Collins show where I gave him a piece of my mind. If it was in here or was one of these days, I cannot remember where. No, it was after that. I'm trying to figure out what the heck that video was on. I can't find that Collins show, the episode there, folks. So I'm going to have to. That rat from. I can't seem to find it here, folks. So you're going to. I'm going to apologize. Let me find. I can find that Alabama episode where I totally just absolutely wrecked the guy. Where I can where I wrecked the guy. I'll tell you that. That's not hard to find. Let me find that episode here, the Collins show, where I gave him a piece of my mind. So I'm gonna tell you, when I give these boys a piece of my mind, it's interesting. Here it is. Here is the Alabama episode where I kind of went crazy 360 DT turbocharged engine mode on these boys.
Super chat. You should go by for Bill. He may call, but we've got Caden the Diesel Freak, and after we get done with Caden the Diesel Freak, we will get to Alabama Richie afterwards. How you doing tonight, Caden?
Oh my God, Timothy, get the hell out of here, dude. Oh my God. What the hell was that about? Nobody needs to be talking shit about OSU. Nobody. And good evening, Jackson and Jeffrey. And Jeffrey is about to beat himself right now because he is laughing his guts out about right now. But I'm gonna make this as sweet as I did about 2 weeks ago on your guys' show with Austin. And I'm about to drop the mic like the real Slim Shady. And yes, I've done that before.
Oh,
So let me
you're
get
on
to
some
it.
business like Eminem. I said that.
I shut down the clowns like you guys and like TJ, and I'm the only guy on here with the balls to tell Johnny Olden to sit down and shut the hell up. And I did. And I told Johnny Olden to sit down and shut the hell up. But I ain't going to do that to you, Jackson, because you're actually an Alabama fan I respect, because most Alabama fans are so retarded, I cannot stand their guts. And Mark Rogers says he can't stomach me. Well, Mark Rogers, I don't know if you're listening, but how about you have your fans put up a poll that says, how much of your fan base hates my guts? And I'm betting you $100 that every one of your fans, including Jackson and Jeffrey, are going to say, oh, hell yeah, they hate my guts. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Even Minnie Hunt, I know 100% that lady hates my guts. Agent Dorn, I know everybody on the Voice of College Football Network hates my guts. Lucas Hill, South Carolina, get a seat, buddy. I'm going to tell you that to be straight up honest. Get a seat. Georgia's ruin the house. Sit on down like Jackson and Jeffrey. To all the retarded Alabama fans on this channel, you all are not winning a national championship or an SEC title. Let's make that perfectly clear. Perfectly clear. You are not. Georgia rules the SEC right now, and they're about to rule the SEC for a good amount of while. And as far as I'm concerned, Ohio State, oh yeah, that's right, Timothy Redmond. You're done regards to my team? Well, let's just see November 30th when hell unleashes its fury upon your Wolverines and the consequences
November
grow extremely
29th.
large.
November 29th on a Saturday this
November
year.
29th, November 30th. Jackson, you know what I'm trying to say. Oh my God. How many times do I got to remind these Alabama fans, including Jeffrey? I had to tell him on the Primetime Live show Monday. I do not need to remind him of what I told him every single fucking week. We are the big dogs of the Big Ten. Georgia's the big dogs of the SEC as far as I'm concerned. Alabama ain't it. I do not need to explain this to these idiots. Come on now. Seriously, dog. Thunder, sit on down, boy. Sit on down.
Yeah.
Sit on down, Thunder. Sit on down. And how about you do me a favor? Austin, you want to tell me to get the F out? Austin, I'm going to tell you, Timmy, and what's that other Alabama fan that's on here? Austin, Alabama Richie, get lost because the big man has entered the building. And I'm going to tell that anybody. I don't care if it's Will and D, Matthew Miller. I don't care if it's nobody. Get lost because the Big Ten champs and the national champions are in the building. Do I need to make myself clear, or is that crystal clear enough for you two fellas?
I have a question for you, Caden, after that entire
Jeffrey, if it's a dumb question, don't ask.
It's not a dumb question. I legitimately want to know what he said. When you told Johnny Olden Jr. to sit down and shut the heck up, what was his response? Did he say anything? What did he say?
No, he didn't. And I'm gonna leave it to you fellas because I'm done with you dealing with you morons.
Okay. I mean, yeah. All I know is that I really hope that Georgia does not win the SEC this year. That's all I can say. I do not want that to occur because Georgia does not rule the SEC right now. I mean, they didn't even win it last year. So I don't know, man. I mean, they could win the SEC, but I kind of hope they don't. After, you're saying they're going to rule the SEC. I don't know. I mean, you got Texas, you got Bama. I don't know. It could happen. They could win, but, Georgia's not, like, unbeatable. They're not unstoppable. They almost lost to 4-8 Kentucky last year, so they are beatable.
This tote is capable of feeding you.
Yeah, I went off on him after that, and well, let's just say the comment section blew up like a thermite bomb. Yeah, I have a tendency to do that, but that's because if somebody says something I really don't like, I don't like what they said, or they just completely stated something that was full of crap. Like, you got to get a manure spreader to load up all that crap that they said. Because literally, the month I literally called in, Jackson, the host of the Alabama show, comes on social media and says Caleb DeBoer has a team that's elite. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. That's horse crap. That's BS. Like, I need a manure spread for how much BS that guy spits out. Oh my gosh. Rule number 136. When you're gonna deal with dummies, make sure you get an International 1206 and a manure spreader, a New Holland manure spreader, and make sure that you take the crap out every so often, because you don't want that manure piling up more often than you need to. Just a little Herod-friendly advice from from the old cowboy, guy who lives by the motto, I'm a God-fearing, hard-working, humble mine driver, hogging up the road of my flower, chicken looking by a mile, just chugging and lugging at 5 miles an hour on the old International Harvester. Or Case IH. Which one do you pick? Let me know. But, that's just my opinion. Speaking of, it's almost 10 minutes to the time he's going to be on here. So, I'm going to be back in a few minutes, folks. I'll be right back, folks. Just hanging tight there. Do you think that? Yeah. Oh, International Harvester. Whoa, well, welcome back. Sorry, I just had to take a quick word from our sponsor. The sponsor of today's channel. Listening to a quote message from him. A very good business friend of mine, and personally, a shout out to the you know who you are who watches the show. Yes, that is true. But let's get down to the meat and metal of this. So yeah, my special guest is coming on in just a few minutes. But yeah, this is usually where, you know, we'll have usually like special guests come on the show, and we'll have people come on and we'll just hang out and, you know, fool around and just but today in particular, we're just hanging out and having a good time and just hanging out. For what it's worth, it's good. But at the same time, it's a special treat for everybody that, you know, and for what we're doing, we're just literally just hanging out here, having a good time. I'm trying to see if my guest is gonna show up tonight, because he said he was gonna be on tonight. So I'm just hoping. I am waiting to hear. He's supposed to be on soon. But I will assure you guys the guest I have on tonight is a good one. I dropped the StreamYard link for everybody to call on in or to join the show. If you do want to, that's why I dropped the link there to join the show. I'm trying to figure out what the heck's going on. To Dion.
Sometimes dirty work can be so satisfying. Sometimes.
A word from our spot. There's a few static services and a dumpster company sponsor today's stream. This beautiful Sunday edition of the of our channel. But as we say here, you can never have too much fun. And that's what we're all about tonight. I'm trying to figure out what the heck's going on. Hmm. Hmm. I know he said he was gonna be on tonight. Hmm. All right, so he's on his way, folks. The long-awaited guest. I'm gonna have to play. Give me 1 second here, folks. I'm just going to have to. Give me 1 second here, folks. I'm gonna jump on. Give me 1 second here. I am sending him the link right now so he can join. You just got to hit the StreamYard link if you want to come on in and join. And you can come on in. It's that link right there. You just got to hit the StreamYard link. I'm going to put it in again so everybody knows. It's the same link for you guys to join. I wish I could copy the StreamYard link. Getting good news. Possibly. So hold on here, folks. Hold on. That's that link right there. Give me 1 second here, folks. I'm having a bit of difficulties with the word. I dropped him the StreamYard link myself, so he at least knows where to go. He just has to click the StreamYard link, and then that's all he's got to do on his end. But we're getting here, folks. I'm not sweet. I'm not a Mountain Dew. Holy cow! But ladies and gentlemen, we have the very special guest on the line. Ladies and gentlemen, sneaker influencer and someone who reached out to me at SneakerCon. If you want to turn your if you want to turn your camera on, you can. If you don't, that's fine. But ladies and gentlemen, sneaker enthusiast and food enthusiast, right here in the Columbus area, Joe. Joe, how are we doing tonight, good sir?
What's up, man? I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm actually doing well. Thanks for joining me tonight. And I'm sorry about the inconvenience there. I started off a little later than I thought I would, but I'm here.
Okay. It doesn't matter if you started a little bit late. At least you showed up. At least you're still here.
Hey, they say better late than never, I always say.
Exactly.
So, Joe, you want to tell the folks about who you are and what you do, and also you're a big sneaker enthusiast. So Honey, you might as well tell the folks.
Yeah. My name's Big Joe from the North Side. I'm from Columbus, Ohio. I'm just a chill guy. I like to make content, eat food, share a good laugh. Yeah, we met at SneakerCon. I was doing some interviews and was probably, I'd say, what am I trying to say here? I was pleasantly surprised. That's the phrase I'm looking for. Pleasantly surprised by your enthusiasm and willingness to participate in making some content and doing a little interview. And yeah, we met that way.
And Joe, where can you tell the people where they can find you, so they know where to look for you on social media or on YouTube or whatever you have on social media?
Yeah, I'm on Instagram at Big Joe from the North Side, and I'm on TikTok at Big Joe from the North Side as well. It's just the extra E on TikTok on the end of North Side. So North Side spelled with two E's on TikTok.
So Joe, I wanted first of all, I want to appreciate you for coming on at a later date than we thought that we were going to meet. But Joe, you might as well tell the folks about what the big surprise is that you have planned in a collaboration with me that you brought up to me actually last week.
Yeah. So you haven't told anyone?
No, I haven't even told anybody. I was waiting for you to for you to tell the folks at home what's going on with the old Diesel Freak and what's going on with what happened at SneakerCon, because I know there was a lot of people on your end that were trying to message you, DM you, that you were telling me, that we're trying to get you to collab with me on some certain stuff. So, Joe, do you mind telling the folks about what you have planned coming up in the near future with the old Diesel Freak here?
Yeah. Well, we had done that interview, and at the end of the interview, you had made it very, very clear that you were looking for a nice, fine model to be your girlfriend, someone to really take you for who you are, and understand your long working days and your determination on hitting the grind every day. And I posted that to my page, and some of the fans seen that, and they said, hey, you should probably reach out to him, and let us, maybe see him actually get a girlfriend. And I thought that might be a pretty good idea. So I reached out to you and asked you if you'd be down for that. So yeah, here in the next, few weeks, 3-4 weeks, maybe 2-3 weeks, to be honest, it's got to find the availability with my camera guy. We're going to be, starting some content of us hanging out, getting some discussions in, and trying to ultimately, get the old Diesel Freak with a nice little girlfriend, nice little side piece for the very first time.
And Joe, let the folks know, so at SneakerCon, we all met up through a mutual friend, Heat Archive, one of the best sneaker stores in Central Ohio, right there in downtown Columbus, and you and Al Hasto and Heat Archive have done some stuff together, and y'all hung out before, and and that's how we kind of all got together all of a sudden, was because of Heat Archive and all of them at SneakerCon. That's how we all met up. Let's begin with that. I mean, I'll tell you what, I've been to Heat Archive maybe once and maybe twice. But I love those guys, and they're unbelievable.
Oh yeah, those are good guys over at Heat Archive. I've been to the store. Actually, I've never been to the store in person, but I follow their Instagram page and I love their content. They're definitely some good players in the community. I'm happy to have them here.
And that's how we all met at SneakerCon, was through our mutual friend friends at Heat Archive. By the way, shout out to Heat Archive, one of the best sneaker stores in Central Ohio. You cannot miss those guys. Those guys have absolute amazing shoes, grails. I mean, they got everything. The Holy Grails, they'll have the whole 9 yards. So if you want to check out Heat Archive, check out heatarchive.com, where you can shop all your favorite sneakers merch. I mean, they got the whole 9 yards of everything. And Joe's got some stuff from Heat Archive, and he's told me that, he's bought some stuff from him at least maybe once or twice, but that's how we all met up originally, Joe. Let's be clear about that.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I was at SneakerCon for Heat Archive. I'm a content creator, as you know. So
right.
Yes, I was actually invited there, completely separate of them. I would have been there regardless if they were there or not. It was just kind of coincidental that I also seen them there while I seen you and met you. But nonetheless, very huge fans of them and think extremely highly of them. I can back everything that you're saying about the store and the people over there.
I mean, Andrew the Archive, let's be honest, he's one of the best people.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I don't know him too much personally. I don't know any of those guys on a deep personal level. But from the business standpoint and
From the sneaker culture.
and from what I see on the internet, yeah.
And that's how we all have mutual friends of the sneaker community, and that's through like Heat Archive and everybody else who brings in Insane Grails. And people see I actually brought in 2 Insane Grails. Actually, I don't know if you know the story about that. I brought in 2 Insane Grails to Heat Archive through a friend of mine, the Dornbecker Forest and the Travis Scott Isle of One, the Golfs. I don't know if you saw that video or not.
I didn't. You have to send me a link to that. Do you have it?
I don't believe so, but I'll have to track it down, or I'll have Heat Archive maybe get a hold of your DM you and showing you that video.
Okay.
But that was scripted. I will just say that was a scripted video.
Oh, did they script it?
We just kind of scripted on the fly.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that's how we all became together. And plus, SneakerCon Columbus was a great event. That was actually my first time at a sneaker convention in my lifetime. So I mean, I could say I checked something off the record book.
That was also my first time as well. So we shared that experience together. That's pretty cool.
Folks, how do you not understand how mind-blowing this is? And it was an awesome experience with those guys and Joe and, all his buddies there at SneakerCon, talk about sneakers, but also just Joe asked some amazing questions. And by the way, follow him on social media, Big Joe from the North Side. Check out his work. I love what he does. You also have a second Instagram page, and isn't it called Big Joe and the Friends of 614?
Yeah, Big Joe and Friends. That's just a page that I made to basically just encapsulate and organize all of my charitable things that I do. I like to give away a lot of stuff, but not just me. It's literally me and my friends. So that's why I named it Big Joe and Friends. So yeah, we like to just do, like weekly giveaways. We have food that we give away weekly on Fridays to the homeless, and we just finished a backpack drive today. Yeah, Big Joe and Friends is just, an extension of myself that includes the efforts of the people closest to me and servicing our community, really.
But like I said, folks, you can find Big Joe from the North Side on YouTube at Big Joe, on Instagram and TikTok at Big Joe from the North Side. If you are interested in seeing what he does, his food, sneaker, and everything else content creation related, you can hit him up and ask him any questions you got. I mean, check out his stuff on Instagram and TikTok. This guy does amazing work. I did see some of his work, and it's amazing. I'll just say that first of all.
I appreciate that, man. Those are very kind words.
Hey, I'm not going to be biased about anybody on here, but, I've had people come on here that were just, absolutely awful.
Oh, no. Who was awful?
I'll tell you, there's a Michigan Wolverine fan who is probably as worse as any Michigan fan, comes on here and just absolutely tries to destroy me on my own platform.
Oh, no.
And his name's Burks. If y'all don't know, Burks is the most hated Michigan Wolverine fan on YouTube. He's been on here a few times, blabbing his mouth off, and oh my gosh, the stuff he said, it makes you just want to fall asleep.
Yeah, you got to keep guys like that away from your platform.
But it's they I've told Michigan fans, there's one day in the fight in Sherrone Moore's career, he's gonna suffer a loss to OSU. It may not have been now, but it's gonna be sooner than later. And they all went berserk, and then he came on here and just absolutely said Sherrone Moore is not gonna get the hammer dropped on him. Ohio State's just an irrelevant team. I said, you gotta be kidding me. The whole 9 yards of it.
Oh my gosh. It sounds like you guys had a pretty stimulating conversation. That was probably good for the viewers, though. They probably like the contrast of You guys going back and forth. That was probably good for your views.
Oh my gosh, you wouldn't believe how many people actually like. For Burks, it's like, you know, he's this Michigan Wolverine fan who tries to say like he's the most right, like he knows all of Michigan football by heart. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me, man! Like, you're telling me I'm stupid? Like, I'm the most stupid Ohio State fan, and then you go on Twitter, and then call me the most dumb and retarded Ohio State fan on the internet, and you told the entire Michigan channels to you know, watch out for the crazy OSU man. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. When I was just telling the facts.
Yeah, sometimes some people can't handle the truth.
I mean, that's messed up. I'm telling you, it's messed up.
Oh yeah.
This guy says a messed up crap. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, you gotta leave guys like that in the wind.
Right. I mean, that's what I tell people. It's like, yeah, he comes back, he wants more. He wants more. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, you gotta stop giving it to him. You gotta cut him off. You gotta realize that you're the supply, that you have what's keeping him going. And
Right.
you have the ability to stop that. You can cut him off. He's on your platform. You're not on his platform. It isn't like he has a show.
He doesn't even have a show, and he just goes on Twitter and rants about it, and then goes on other shows and just blabs on it.
Exactly. Maybe he should make his own show.
That's what I said that on about maybe a couple weeks ago, like maybe a month ago on a live stream. Can't remember when, but I told him to start his own show, but it's like he doesn't have time. He says he doesn't have time. He's like, I just only come on to other shows just to say my thoughts. And I'm like, well, you need to start your own channel just to start ranting and all.
Yeah. If it was important to him enough, he'd find his own time, because he finds his own time to go onto your page. So I
Right.
wouldn't about that guy. Yeah.
I mean, exactly, Joe. I mean, exactly. So, but I will tell you this, Joe. I'm going to tell the folks again at home, you can find Big Joe again on Instagram and TikTok. Joe, can you let the folks know it's actually going to be a couple weeks. It's actually two weeks that we're going to be meeting up soon. So I want you guys to pay attention to his TikTok and Instagram that he's going to be going live. Are you going to go live while we're going to be, while during the content meetup, or are we just going to film one video?
Well, no, we're looking to do a few videos. We're not so much set on 2 weeks. We're looking at about 2 to 4 weeks. I can't put a specific date and time on it yet, because like I said, I'm waiting on the availability of my camera guy. And what I have in store, I really don't have a foolproof plan. I know that I definitely want to meet up and really just get some candid content of us hanging out, chilling, and really to see where it takes us. That's kind of how my content creation normally works. I don't really put too much emphasis on dialing every detail in and getting it specific and precise and perfect. I like to kind of see where opportunities take us and the relationship takes us. But yeah, in about 2 to 4 weeks, we're definitely going to be locking in. I know that you said that some of the viewers thought that maybe Big Joe was capping. No, we're not capping. We are going to be linking up. We're going to be hanging out. It's going to be an amazing time. And yeah, we're going to have some fun. And hopefully we can find you a girlfriend. There's no guarantees on that, but we'll hope. We'll try. That's all. That's the least we can do, right?
I mean, it's better to try than not. I mean, that's the bottom line.
Exactly.
But again, folks, shout out to Big Joe for coming on. We've been trying to link up for like the last week, and it's like, it's just been on and off. And it's just been like, we tried to link up once, it failed. Then we tried again. This time was a failure, but then this time it was like, he's like, hey, do you do more videos? And I'm like, yeah, I'm planning on going live Sunday. He's like, I'll come on Sunday. So it's like, perfect. We'll just do a stream together. And so we're here now, folks. Like, as he said, he's not capping.
Exactly. There's no cap in my rap.
I mean, no cap in his rap. I mean, that should be a non-copyrighted quote by Big Joe. Somebody please tell me that shouldn't be copyrighted.
No, I stole that from somebody else. I don't know who said that, but I didn't make that one up. I wish I did. I'd love to take credit for that, but I can't.
Right. But Joe, I appreciate you coming on, and folks, just please be patient. We're gonna be meeting up soon, and we're gonna be collabing. We're gonna be doing some videos, so don't be stressing out, folks. We're gonna be
don't
getting
stress,
together
guys.
soon.
Don't stress, guys. We're gonna get together soon. 2 to 4 weeks. We're gonna give you guys what you want.
Yeah, I mean, people have been asking, have been asking him on Instagram. They've been asking him on TikTok, like, Big Joe, when are you gonna be doing this? Like, when are you gonna be doing this? People have been asking Big Joe. Big Joe, am I not lying or am I capping?
Yeah, I was asked that.
Like, literally, the day that both videos blew up, it's like, bro, get this guy. And there's like, and he's like, we're gonna collab, and then one's like, one comment said like, when are you gonna collab with this N-word? Because that dude is, bad as you know what. And I'm like, and you said we're gonna link up sometime, and it's gonna be awesome. So,
Oh yeah. I'm excited.
but yeah, you guys, please be patient with us. We're trying to get this worked out, but it's just my schedule's been crazy. His cameraman's been running around. I don't know where his cameraman is specifically, but you guys will find out. I'll be posting some stuff, and Big Joe, they can find you on Instagram, and you'll be posting some update videos, maybe.
Yeah, we might post some updates. I don't like to give people, too much preview to what we have going on. I do like to keep some of my conversations behind the scenes until we actually do pop out. But they can definitely follow me and be able to see all the updates and be able to see when we come out with that content. It's gonna be super fun, super amazing.
But you guys follow Big Joe on Instagram at Big Joe from the North Side, and then you can follow myself, Kay and the Diesel Freak on YouTube, and then Hollywood Kay and the Final Boss on Twitter. Joe, I appreciate you, good sir, for coming on in, and again, thanks for coming on in. It was just something unexpected that I was like, what the heck? And then you messaged me. I was like, sure, we'll do it.
Yeah. What are you gonna eat for dinner tonight?
I already had dinner.
What'd you have?
I actually had God dang, I can't. Oh,
Yes. I caught you off guard. You weren't prepared for that. Yeah, I got you.
I actually had Steak and Shake for dinner.
Oh, that sounds good. I haven't eaten dinner yet, so I'm thinking about what I'm gonna eat after I get off this call. I might have to get some Steak and Shake too. I might have to follow the good old Diesel Freak's lead.
Hey, well, there's nothing wrong with that. But again, folks, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and follow. And be sure to follow my good friend Big Joe, as we're going to be doing content together soon. So please make sure you guys be patient. We're going to be doing this. But with that being said, Big Joe, when do you think you might post an update video on your Instagram or TikTok about, when the fans might be asking again?
Well, like I said, I'm not really sure. I can't make a definite promise on that. I can say that this right here is definitely an announcement to let people know that it is coming. So I'm gonna mark this down as a little piece of content. As we're going on the record, me and you both, Big Joe from the North Side and Caden the Diesel Freak, just letting people know that this is going to be coming. That there's got to be patient. Everything good takes time, and you have to wait for it. When a woman gets pregnant, it takes 9 months for that beautiful baby to come out. And it's a long 9 months. When that baby comes out, it brings more joy and happiness than ever. And that's exactly what we're doing here. We're basically, we're pregnant with anticipation, and we're pregnant with joy, and we're gonna get this going. We're gonna have a big old fat content baby here pretty soon.
That's right, folks. So we'll be getting together soon. Like I said, Joe will might post an update video, but this is as far as we're gonna go with you guys. But like I said, Joe and I were not capping when he said that we're gonna collab and we're gonna do an absolute banger of some videos. And as my friend Joe's here says, there's no cap in his rap. So
exactly, there's no cap in my rap. You said they're perfect.
I mean, what can I say? I repeated it right, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
But yeah, Joe, let the folks know where they can follow you again, just so they know where they can follow you again.
Yeah. At Instagram, you can follow me at Big Joe from the North Side. And TikTok is the same thing. Big Joe from the North Side, just the extra E on the end.
You heard it from the man, the myth, the legend, the sneaker content and content creator himself, Big Joe. Joe, I appreciate you coming on, my dog, and we'll hopefully be maybe there's an update coming up soon. Maybe just like a little bit of a hint coming up soon.
Maybe. We'll have to see.
But I appreciate you, Joe, as always. Thank you for hopping on in, and it's your first time on my show, so congratulations.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you for having me. It was really an honor. I'm glad
Not
to
a
be
problem,
here.
man. Anytime you are welcome on the stream, you are welcome on the show. You can talk about anything, and you can say anything you feel like, dog. This is like no restrictions here, dog. So,
Well, this is the Free Your Mind podcast. I like that.
right, exactly. But you are always welcome on the show, my dog.
I appreciate that, buddy.
And thanks for coming on. And yeah, keep the folks updated, and maybe throw a little hint. Throw the stream. You can throw this video out on your pages and let people know, like, hey, I just filmed it. I was just on this dude's show, to let y'all know what's going on.
Okay, that sounds like a good idea.
You can feel free to throw my stream up so people can pay attention and see what's up.
Okay.
Because there might be some cool stuff coming up in the next couple weeks on my videos. So,
Oh yeah.
but Joe, once again, thanks for coming on, my dog. The first time coming on the show, and I appreciate you as always. And we will talk to you later, my good dude.
My good man. Yes, sir. You have a good rest of your evening. Get some
Thanks.
good rest. Yes, sir.
That was Big Joe. So please, everybody, please subscribe to Big Joe as always on Instagram and Twitter at Big Joe from the North Side. Joe, if you can hear me still, you can type down a comment. Share your social medias on the in the comment section, will you please? So the people can know where they can find you at. Joe. Let's say. Hold on. Oh, hey dude, I forgot to ask you something.
What's up, man?
Could you drop your Instagram and TikTok links in my comment section?
I don't have the links right now, but Instagram's just Big Joe from the North Side, and TikTok is the same exact thing, just the extra E on the end. So they can just look me up, Big Joe from the North Side.
All right, that's you heard it here from the man, folks. Thanks again, Joe.
I appreciate it, man.
But this is the end of the stream, guys. Be sure to click like and subscribe. Be sure to follow me, and be sure to follow Big Joe from the North Side. And I will see you guys later. I think I'm going to hit it off on the end of this note. So we will talk to you guys soon.